Hi, my name is Kawing, and we're at Imaginal's showroom, and we've got a special guest today. We've got Matt from SUBA Engineering. Matt, welcome.
Thank you.
And thanks for bringing this to show us. Could you tell us about SUBA Engineering?
Yes, of course. Well, SUBA, it's a local Australian company. We provide solutions for the electronics manufacturing industry. So we sell all kinds of solutions since PCB assembly, wire processing, cable management. So yeah, we've been in the market for 35 years and we're still going, increasing our range. So
yeah, that's great. And you're a fully local Australian company.
Yes.
What is your role at SUBA?
I'm a design and support engineer. So my role is pretty new because SUBA over the past years was a reseller of machinery from all around the world, and we supply locally. But right now the new owner, the CEO, he has this new vision where we want to supply and manufacture our own products. So right, this guy here is one of his dreams, our attempt to be in the market to supply our own products.
So you've brought this machine here.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about this and what it does?
Yeah, this is the Superscope 2020. It's a great inspection tool. It goes to up to 200 times magnification, and if I show later how it works, the main feature is autofocus. So it's really good for inspection in the electronic field because, as you can imagine, components getting smaller and smaller every day. So we're talking about 0.1, 0.2 mils components.
Yep.
And when you have to do the inspection visual, you can't see anymore.
Yep.
So it's getting smaller. So this is a great feature for inspection on the electronics field.
Right, okay. Wow.
So basically, a digital microscope. It has all sort of features I can explain later.
Yeah. So how many times magnification are we talking about?
It goes up to 200 standard. It can increase to 400 times. Magnification. It can play. It has adaptive lens.
Yes.
So it can use 3 different lenses. It can change the maximum magnification, but also the working height. It depends on the application.
Yes.
Because sometimes you need like a higher working area for example, soldering. A lot of people do soldering when they're fixing the board. So yeah, it has a lot of options.
How you have used your Ultimaker, and which part of this final product is been printed on the Ultimaker?
Well, I brought this here, the sample. So these guys here, which are the covers, fully printed on the Ultimaker. So yeah, we use Ultimaker to make basically the covers, the pads, which goes underneath the bases, the cable holders. So we printed like the stereo of the camera itself.
Why did you go down 3D printing path and not injection molding?
Well, basically because it's a lot of investment for injection molding. It's expensive.
Yes.
And only justifies if we have a massive production. Not our case right now.
Yep.
Right now we're working with low volume, so it's more makes more sense for now. Use 3D printers.
Yes. Yes.
So, and the quality is pretty good.
Yes.
We're really happy with the quality. It's sturdy, it's reliable, so that's why we chose 3D print. Another good feature on the 3D printers is we can change our design. With the injection molding, if you have the die, that's it. If you have to do a change, you have to do a complete different die.
Yes.
And this is another huge investment. So with the 3D printers, we can actually play with the design as we want, and it's pretty easy to do it.
I guess my next question is, what led you to Ultimaker? Were you using 3D printing before?
Yes.
Yes. And previously, when you were using the previous 3D printer,
yes.
What made you decide to go with Ultimaker?
Well, when I was in the market for another 3D printer, I had this project that I need really good accuracy, like 0.1 or 0.2 of a millimeter.
Yes.
So I need the external dimensions of what I was 3D printing to be this accurate. So I did a lot of testing. I went to different suppliers of 3D printers, and the only one I could achieve it was the Ultimaker. So I would say the accuracy of the Ultimaker is the best. I mean, with fusion deposit,
yes.
I call this fusion deposit 3D printed.
Yes,
it's the best quality.
Yeah, and for the viewers, I actually very fondly remember you coming in and testing us and making sure that you know, our printer, giving us that challenge to 3D print within that accuracy, because you're talking about really high accuracy when it comes to your products.
Yes.
And I recall you didn't even trust our our vernier caliper, and you brought your own expensive caliper to check the part.
Yeah, it was a big project, so I had to be sure.
No, and we're happy to assist you with you know, doing the sample prints and making sure that you make the right investment. Tell me a little bit more about the final product. So you've got the 3D printed part here. What does it take to actually make the final product? It looks like it's been finished. How did you finish? And
well, we have like an extra step of post-processing. So basically from this, we paint to this. So you use a coat.
Right.
Okay, so you have this finish, like it looks more professional, the finishing looks better. But the great advantage of this Ultimaker is because like when the printing is not good, or it's rough, or the finishing is not good, even for the post-processing is hard.
Right.
We have to add extra steps on the post-processing, like adding filler to make the gaps, and like this is perfect to paint. So
there's no, you didn't put a primer?
No, we do have to use primer because it's part of the painting itself.
But there's
no
you don't
have exactly.
Right. So there's just
the better the quality of the exterior, the easier it is to paint afterwards.
Yeah.
So
we'll let you see a close-up of this sample here, but it looks like injection molded part. You can hardly see any of the lines, and it looks like a perfectly finished product. What other applications do you have for 3D printing in SUBA? Because I remember when you came here, it was a totally different application.
Yes.
Well, what was
prototype?
Yes.
So I do, like, since I'm the design engineer, every now and then we have inquiries of these different problems, and I use a 3D printer to print basically everything.
Yes.
So spare parts, modifications for machines, new products, everything.
But when you first were exploring Ultimaker, you had a particular application. It was some sort of soldering.
No, it was like a vacuum tooling for we call it a printer, but it's not like a regular printer. It's a solder-based printer.
Yes.
So in the electronics manufacturing, for example, for a PCB assembly line, you have like the PCB and goes into the printer, and then this printer literally prints the solder paste onto the positions where the components are going to be.
Yes.
So this is one of the first steps of the PCB assembly line. So I was designing a tooling that would go underneath this PCB.
Yes.
So it would actually support this PCB when the printer prints the solder paste in it. That's why I needed so high accuracy, because this is really, I would say it has to be really accurate.
So this is called SUBASCOPE. Yeah. Is there a particular model name?
Yeah, this is the 2020. Is our recently released model this year. It comes with a few other features. It comes like the main feature is the magnification for the inspection, but it comes with measurement software. You can actually take measurements with the microscope inside whatever you want to take.
Right.
It takes pictures.
Yes.
It has an SD card here. It takes pictures. It takes videos. You can actually have image comparison. For example, you can take a picture of a PCB and have it positioned on the side and compare with like another PCB. For example, if you're running like inspection batches of PCBs, you want to see if you want to inspect with like a golden PCB,
Yes.
you have this feature there.
So we were just looking underneath the scope.
Yep.
Yeah.
It has
And
4 shock absorber pads, which they were 3D printed, PLA, and as I say, underneath, between these pads and the base, there is a shock absorber material. This is very important, especially when you are in high magnifications.
Yes.
And you don't want your screen to be trimmed, because the smallest trembling, the smallest movement,
Yeah.
it's going to affect your inspection. It can get the operator to be sick, so it's a great feature.
Yeah. So even like just moving your mouse on the
Exactly.
table actually affects the
Exactly.
image. Yeah.
Exactly.
With this SUBASCOPE, are you just purely selling in Australia?
No, we're actually going worldwide.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. This past few weeks, we sold from Malaysia, India, Germany, and Germany is actually a reseller for the whole Europe, USA.
Yes.
We're looking to South America and Africa as well, Asia. We sold some to Singapore. So it's going worldwide.
Yeah.
Plus Australia market, New Zealand.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a hit for I mean, since its release, which was April, March this year.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for coming in and showing
No
us
worries.
your product. And what SUBA has kindly done is they've donated this particular model to be on display in our showroom. So if any of you would like to have a look and see how the product works as well, you're welcome to come to our showroom and see. And you can see how well it magnifies. But also you can see, you know, the difference between how it's been 3D printed and then the final product, and how, yeah, it can. It's just amazing the difference and how you can use it as a final product.